Whoa! Yep. I always say it's not official until I see the switchover. But the switchover has happened. The transition has happened. And let's get Dee in here to make it a full transition.
Ladies and germs, thems and gems, here we are. DP Sundays at 6, all inclusive and live right here, plugging your ears, ass, and mouth hole with riffs and gaffs and spoofs.
That's right. I'm so excited to share my evening with you, Dee, and we've got a very hog wild show here for all you fine squealers.
That's right. We got ourselves a guest for the first time in forever. A guest is going to be on DP Sundays at 6.
Josh Martier will be rolling through in a bit. He's hog wild. He's promised a hog wild story.
He's a hog boy, and he's going to be here on DP Sundays at 6.
He's ready to roll around in the mud. He's ready to get down and dirty.
He's ready to get dirty in the pig pen with Dee and Paige, if you know what we're talking about. He's ready to get here and get it on.
Yeah.
If you see me over here fiddling with a little thing, it's not because I'm making the best analog synth music you've ever heard in your life. It's because our producer is out of the studio, had a little gig, and I'm the interim producer for today.
That's right. Last week, we didn't do a show, but we did a DP arcade. Some of y'all might have seen that, and we had an interim producer. Sonia was in the hot seat. This week, it's Dee. You know?
We did an 11-part stream.
That's right. We did do an 11-part stream.
11 full parts where you can watch us getting some platinum trophies on Paige's.
We got 10 platinum trophies. If you like arcades, if you like DP arcade, and if you like platinum trophies, you can check it out. I'm going to try to get it on YouTube in some capacity, but it's on the Twitch.
We're working on it. We're going to try to get it cut together so that you can see all of our gifs and gaffs. You can see me tearing the skin open on my finger as I was trying to beat Paige's run in the Pet-the series.
Dee shed blood for you last week, and it wasn't even on an official canon episode of DP.
I know. I'm basically Jesus over here. I've risen from the dead. I shed my blood for you. You got to eat my body next, if you know what I mean.
Well, we'll never forget the blood that was shed, of course.
Never forget. This is a new Easter.
But it's going to be a huge episode.
We got a big ep. We had a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Big fucking breakthrough.
We also teased this.
Yeah. Paige, I know I was talking to you about it earlier, but I should mention to our squealers that in anticipation for setting up this week's episode, I was using our producer's laptop. And
that's right.
When I was sneaking around
this is why the information of you being the interim producer. This is why it's relevant. What I did want to say first about that is, folks, there may not have been a theme at the beginning. We may have some technical issues along the way. It may be a bumpy road.
Maybe a little
today,
bumpy ride.
But it's going to be a huge show. There's a lot of announcements. We got a Hog Wild guest coming. And Dee did find something pretty incredible, I'll be honest.
I did find something pretty incredible. You know, call me the CIA, because I was snooping on our producer's personal information.
Any healthy relationship is founded upon a healthy layer of snooping.
Call me the Department of Homeland Security, because I was breaching privacy in a way that should never have been done.
And I think that's awesome. Yeah,
well, anyway, our producer has been working in the lab lately to try to figure out what that bug was that Paige had removed from him many moons ago.
She's been hard at work. She's been away from the studio, away from the hog quarters, and
she's been traveling internationally to try to figure out what this bug is.
Most of it, if I'm being honest, does have to do with the bug research.
Yeah, you know, thinking she's going off doing other things. That's not true. She's been off researching. She's been scouring the globe. She's been doing a little Indiana Jones work, trying to figure out what this bug is. International research across continents.
She has committed herself to bug catching and to going across the world and researching bugs and collecting different bugs.
Samantha Paget may win a Nobel Prize this year as the biggest bug catcher across the globe.
That's right.
And caught this bug she has. I found a very interesting video that we're excited to show the squealers later, because I think it's really it might explain what's been going on with you, Paige.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think we should tease that a little bit, or should we go ahead and show the squealers what we found?
I think we could tease it a little bit. Let's, before the guest gets here, let's go. What have we been up to? Let's go through our lives,
our routine.
Our routines.
Our
That's
routines,
right.
as
Holidays
it
are
were.
coming up.
Holidays are coming
We
up.
had Thanksgiving.
We
I
had
think we talked about
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving a little bit.
Yeah, I think we did talk. Thanksgiving it's in the past. We're
It's in
not
the fucking
talking about
past.
Thanksgiving anymore. We're no longer giving thanks. We're taking it.
But holidays are coming up. We're not like Kanye. We respect Hanukkah.
We respect Hanukkah.
We don't respect Christmas that much.
We don't really respect the birth of Christ.
But you know what I did this year?
What did you do this year?
I got some presents for my girl Sonia. She got some presents for me. And this year we decided to step on Santa's sack.
Yay!
We have zero respect for Christmas. We just, as soon as they come in, here's a present.
I thought maybe you had a threesome with the big man.
Oh, now that would be nice.
Do you think Santa's into humiliation? Like is he into CBT?
Where is the premise coming from? Where in your mind is Santa into humiliation?
Okay, well,
I'm interested. I'm not shutting it down.
No, let's go back and review the logical argument here. You made a comment about stepping on Santa's sack.
Yeah, I'm just being silly about giving presents early. You push him down, you step on his sack. Oh, look at this, Sonia. A little tally for you. You know what I mean?
I thought you were referring to cock and ball torture. That was my bad.
Oh, it's certainly it's referring to cock and ball torture in the same way DP is referring to double penetration. You know what I mean?
Loosely.
It's D, it's Paige.
It's Sundays.
We're doing riffs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's related in the same way my asshole is related to it, loosely.
But I don't dislike your premise. Get into Santa being into cock and ball torture. Let's talk about it.
I think Santa Claus is a major cuck. I mean...
Major cock?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's one of those married guys who's just DL. And, if you're going on an app, there's no face pic. He just will hit you up out of the blue with something like send nudes.
We all know he only comes once a year. You're saying that's intentional. He likes that.
Oh yeah, I mean
he likes edging himself for an entire 364 days.
Yeah, he's holed up for 364 or 365 days out of the year. He's always around the wife. The elves are nagging him. He doesn't know what to do. And then one night out of the year, he gets to roam the world and enter every house in who will have him. I think at that point,
every house will have
every house. You have to invite Santa.
I like the idea of houses that won't have Santa.
It's vampire rules. You have to invite Santa into your threshold.
That is true. Yeah.
Or Jesus rules. You have to invite him into your heart in order to get saved and enter the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
So once you invite Santa in,
I mean, we were talking about Kanye being anti-Semitic. Santa's pretty anti-Semitic.
Santa is pretty anti-Semitic.
You're saying every single Jewish child is on your naughty list, Santa?
Yeah, Santa.
I don't know about that.
Maybe your sack deserves.
They have to celebrate to get something. You know what I mean? They have to.
Yeah.
That's what you get. They gotta believe.
They gotta believe.
Hmm.
Well, what about Jewish kids who do believe in Santa? Do you think Santa visits those houses?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Gentile kids who don't believe in Santa? Do you think Santa just skips over those houses?
Oh, they sound naughty as fuck.
Maybe it's...
Dude, naughty is such a weird word for it.
Yeah.
These kids are naughty as fuck.
Dude, there's going to be like a statement released from the North Pole after this with Santa Claus just being like, I respect everyone from all ethnicities, races, and creeds. I am not anti-Semitic. Some of my best friends are Jewish.
Well, how about this? Kanye went on the Alex Jones pod. What if Santa went on the Alex Jones pod?
Yeah, Santa goes on the Alex Jones on InfoWars and just does a complete 180 and gets even more anti-Semitic.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I love watching a spiral, dude. I really do. I love watching a damn spiral.
And what a spiral it would be. It would be almost as bad of a spiral if Santa was flying through an active war zone and his sleigh got shot down.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what was that?
Was there something where that happened?
Yeah.
Like some piece of media?
Yes. I thought you were referencing it.
No, I just invited it as a premise.
Oh, wow. Hold on. This is crazy that you said that because you know what it was? It was South Park.
Okay.
Folks, when the holidays are coming up, I like to put on holiday episodes. It makes me feel nice inside. It's like, dude, it's Christmas in my world, and it's also Christmas in fucking South Park. That's awesome, dude. They're celebrating the same shit as me. My
parents suck and their parents suck.
Yeah. Dude, long story short, I checked out one of the old South Park holiday specials, and they had Santa like bombing Afghanistan. He was like fucking attacking Afghanistan. Check it out, folks, if you got HBO Max.
Wow, Santa is so fond of licking them boots, isn't he?
I mean, that's pretty Santa being a war hero. I like that.
I mean, think about it. He does have a lot in common with the U.S. government. He sees you when you're sleeping. When you're awake.
Dude, we're taking the stepping on Santa's sack concept and taking it one step further.
Yeah.
This is the holiday episode. We're doing it on December 11th. Fuck you. We're not doing it on Christmas. Christmas is on a Sunday. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Christmas is on a Sunday, which means there could be a DP Christmas special.
There could be a DP Christmas special, but we could do something on Christmas and not make it about Christmas.
That is true. We could do something
you know
on
what I mean?
Christmas and not make it
That's
about
stepping
Christmas.
on Santa's sack.
That is crushing Santa's sack right there. Just getting your toes in there nice and deep, kicking it a few times.
That's right.
Merry Christmas.
Sorry, I'm never a text during the show guy, but this is the guest.
This
you know
is
what I mean?
the guest. Our special guest is en route.
That's right. En route. Stick around, folks. Drop a booyah in the chat if you're hanging out. You can call in. That might not be working because we got an interim producer.
We're working on the technical difficulties.
But on top of this being
you.
the most Hog Wild show in the universe, this is also a call-in advice show. So if you need advice, if you're in a financial bond or you've got a new flame in your life that you need advice on, maybe you need to help getting her to stop yapping. Call in. DP's got some advice for you.
If you've got a girl,
yeah.
Here, Paige.
If you've got a lady and you want her gone, but you ain't got the guts.
she's
she keeps nagging at you night and day, enough to drive you nuts.
Call DP for some D4C, some dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
267-428-7103.
Also call in with your holiday problems. We can help you with advice.
Oh, this is the holiday show.
You're thinking, oh, my partner wants to go spend Christmas with their family, but I need to go spend it with my family. Or maybe you don't want to spend Christmas with your family, but you don't know what to do. Maybe you don't know what to get that special someone in your life. Or maybe there is no special someone in your life, and you're going to have to get all your presents for yourself because you're your own special person.
I'm in a classic holiday dilemma.
Classic holiday dilemma. And we're here to answer it. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll absolutely.
We should do a DP like Gift of the Magi. You know what I mean? Like I get you a fucking I don't know. I didn't have an example loaded up.
Oh, I sold my gravity bong to get you a new pussy.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got bottom surgery to get you this gravity bong.
Yeah. That's right. I sold my lungs so I could get you a pussy. It's like what? But I sold.
I sold my dick and got it reconstructed to get you a new Jeepster.
I sold my dick and got you a Jeep, a brand new John Cena Jeep.
Oh no! How are you gonna smoke it, Paige?
We know you cracked the last one, dropping it off the arcade.
And I guess I'm just gonna have to sell this weed and get you something better for Christmas. And then I look over and you're smoking the weed. Your iron lung.
Drop in the chat. What is your true Christmas wish?
What is your true Christmas wish?
What would you like? Call in with what you'd like to receive.
What does Santa have on his little list for you?
We got a friend of the show, Alex Castaigne, hanging out. He says, "I'm sorry, but booyah."
Oh, Alex, no apologies necessary.
No apologies needed, of course.
And a happy booyah to you.
We're happy to have you, and like we said, we respect Hanukkah. Alex, happy Hanukkah to you.
Alex L'chaim. Now, Paige, we haven't celebrated Christmas yet, but there was a very important holiday that passed on December 5th, and that was Crimbus.
I know, dude. I almost forgot the reason for the season. I was working down here.
Oh, right.
And spoilers, when I work, I watch movies and television, and I did put on the Crimbus special when I watched it.
Paige is a big media head. He's a cinephile.
Yep.
He touches movies all day long.
That's right. I'm a cinephile, dude. No matter what they do to me, they can't get me to stop seeing movies. They could tell me I have to stay 100 feet away from every theater. I'd worm my way in.
They have a notable list in every movie theater in America with a list of cinephiles that cannot enter, that have to stay at least 100 feet away at all times. Paige doing a little sound check here. 1 2 1 2. Test check 1 2 3.
Yep. That's the magic of Christmas.
That's the magic of Christmas.
Dude, speaking of Christmas cinephilia, I was telling you this about this before the show,
Mm.
but I think it's relevant. We should chat about it.
Oh, do pray tell.
Is anybody drop a booyah on the chat if you've seen A Christmas Story Christmas?
Drop a booyah in the chat. I
Now,
know Paige was watching it a little bit earlier.
I've only watched like the first 20 minutes, but here's it's the new Christmas Story. It's one of these comedy sequels after fucking 30 years. You know they do these, and sometimes they're good. They're usually not.
They're usually not.
I can't get a read on the Christmas Story, but there's a fatal flaw in A Christmas Story Christmas.
Okay.
The whole premise is spoilers, but it's the beginning of the movie.
Oh, Paige, you spoiled it for me.
Spoilers, the dad dies.
What?
So instead of the family visiting him in the city, he's got to go back home for the first time in forever.
Paige, you just spoiled the entire movie.
I spoiled the first 5 minutes. Listen.
Okay, so the dad dies. He has to go home for Christmas.
So the situation that he's in is the dad would always deliver the perfect Christmas for the family.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The
Like
breadwinner.
he has so many memories of like all the presents and the tree and like the shopping.
Yeah, he's nostalgic.
He's nostalgic.
go
He's
back
going
to
back
that
to his
better
family
time.
home. But rewatch the original Christmas Story. I don't remember the dad doing anything other than yelling and cursing and getting pissed off. I don't remember him being like this. The whole movie's like from a sentimental angle so far. They're like, oh man, my dad. It's like your dad fucking hated you, dude. Your dad didn't hug you the whole time.
Dude, this is
He fucking screamed and said, we're going to a Chinese restaurant.
the real magic of the holiday season, it seems, is blocking out the trauma that you experienced as a kid.
That's right. The magic is chestnuts gaslighting by the open fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta just fucking whitewash that past.
Right.
Pretend it was great.
Much like Frosty the Snowman, you need to whitewash your entire
That
past. so that you
goddamn
see-
kids, ignore that. That's not that.
That's not part of it.
Those season beatings you received when you took home an F didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Getting your mouth washed out with soap when you said a word that your dad used every day.
Yeah,
Never happened.
it's all fucking lights and presents.
Dude, they should make that. That should have been the... What was the name of the movie again? A Christmas Story?
It's called A Christmas Story Christmas.
A Christmas Story Christmas.
Pretty trash name.
See, that should have been the premise of the movie, I feel like, is Ralphie's in therapy trying to process all of these memories. And he just remembers the terrible thing that happened from a new angle.
Well, I haven't finished it. I was looking it up to see what reviews it was getting, and it was like mildly positive,
Okay.
but not like I was expecting like 2 out of fucking 5. You know what I mean?
It was
People
like,
weren't doing that to it, so maybe if I watch a little more, there is like a dark Joker-esque twist.
it was
Maybe
like
it gets Scorsese.
yeah. Maybe it's all in Ralphie's head.
He is narrating like it's a Scorsese,
Oh.
but he did that in the original.
Yeah. It's also funny that there's a Rolling Stones track midway through. And also Ralphie is part of the mob.
Yeah, Ralphie got into organized
See,
crime.
that's what they should have done.
That's how you deliver the perfect Christmas. Stuff falling off the truck.
Dude, that's what they should have done. They should have made it Martin Scorsese's a Christmas Story Christmas.
Oh, maybe we got random JKS saying maybe it takes a Shutter Island-esque twist.
Ah,
I like that.
Yeah, maybe he's been trapped in the house
Yeah.
the entire time.
Ralphie, your dad's been dead the whole time.
Here's
You
a-
never had a dad.
Here's another spoiler. There's a scene of Ralphie just standing on a cliff looking down at the sea.
Spoilers, D. I already spoiled the dad dying, but
Yeah.
hey, you had 20 years. I don't know.
Yeah, it was really interesting because I walked down and I saw Paige watching a little bit of it, and it was really interesting seeing Ralphie dance down the stairs while a certain song played by another, not cinephile, another file of a different stripe.
That's right. Yep. Rock and Roll Part 2.
Rock and Roll Part 2.
Well, I'm so ADD now that it's like I got the arcade machine over here. I was watching some of it and I was like, this is kind of boring. And then I like turn on the arcade machine and there's so many ROM hacks on there. I'm just playing Pussy City Pimps. And it's just fucking it's just fucking River City Rampage, but everyone's got like a hard dick.
It's Pussy City Pimps.
Yeah, like everyone's got titties or like a hard dick out.
Wait, do you like shoot cum at people to like destroy them?
No, you still just beat them up and punch them.
Oh,
but like
okay.
you go over the bridge and every town, every part of the map is like something disgusting.
Yeah, this time you
The
got
bridge,
a bat.
the bridge is Masturbation Bridge.
Ah.
I just want a T-shirt that says Pussy City Pimps.
Pussy City Pimps.
All right, listen. the guest is going to be here soon. Do you want to do this review?
Yeah, let's do the reveal. So
maybe you can get it playing.
Yeah, let me get it playing over here. So.
You can introduce it, but
Yeah, so.
And don't be afraid to call, folks.
Don't be afraid to call. We will do our best to answer the line. Call us with your holiday dilemmas, your problems. What's on your mind? What's going through them? We can help you out. Maybe you need to do some holiday logistics, or maybe nobody is in your life and you should just buy yourself some presents to fill that void.
Yeah, maybe for Christmas no one's in your life and you need to finally, after many years, invest in that pearl handle gun.
Maybe you should take one shot to having the best Christmas you'll ever have.
One shot at glory, one shot to eternal rest.
Catch the spotlight. All right.
Call now if if you got a noose around your neck and you're about to fucking end it all.
We will talk you down from the ledge. This is the new 988 right here. 267-428-7103.
Listen, folks, in years past, in Christmases past, this is my ghost of Christmas past. I've called the suicide hotline, and the fucking hold times are unbelievable.
The hold times are unbelievable.
The thing about the hog line, no hold time. We might miss your phone call the first couple times. But don't kill yourself. Keep calling.
Yeah, other than the not picking up immediately, you should definitely keep calling so that we can answer it eventually.
Yeah, and we can. We're not going to be rude. We're just going to razz you a little bit.
Yeah, we're just going to razz you. We're just going to be like, oh, come on.
It also might not be working today.
You picked a bad day to call in if you were thinking of ending it all. Let's just put it that way.
Anyway, it is the holidays, and Dee is our interim producer. And as the interim producer, she is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, let me play Santa here and deliver a little something to all our squealers.
We're stepping on Santa's sacks. The gift is now.
Santa CBT continues with me talking about this. So if you don't remember, Paige went a little Hollywood earlier this year. A few months ago, Paige was... He really got an ego all of a sudden. We couldn't really figure it out, and then was attacked by a super fan who we still don't know who did it. So if
verdict's still out on that, I don't.
If you assaulted my brother in here, I really would like to know that, because that was a heinous crime. But it did seem to fix your little issue with fame and fortune, because later when they took you to the hospital, they removed a funny little thing. It was a little insect of a type, and our producer, Samantha Paget, has been working around the clock nonstop, 9 to 5, and even 5 to 9, trying to figure out what this little bug is. She's traveling around the world. She's like Carmen Sandiego for bug science, for insectology. And she found something very interesting. I was snooping around on her laptop, and I don't think she wanted me to see this. But
I can't wait to see it. You're seeming to
I'm a bit of an Edward Snowden here.
You sure are, yeah.
I'm an Edwina Snowden, if you will.
But you're seeming to insinuate that maybe she's been holding out the goods. You got something good here?
I think she's been holding out the goods, Paige. Check out this footage, and what you see may surprise you, because I've never seen anything like this in my life. This is going to rock the world of science. It's going to rock the world of art and culture. It's going to change the way we think about everything.
I can't wait to see it.
This is live footage from Samantha Paget's hand that I found on her computer while I was invading her privacy.
And it's on DP Sundays at 6, folks. Oh, whoa.
You see that, Paige?
What the hell is that?
You see that little fucker?
Oh, my God.
I
This
know,
is through
right?
some kind of microscope or something?
I know, right?
That's the thing that's in the little cage?
That's the thing that's in the little cage.
What the hell is that?
It looks like I don't know. If I were to hazard a guess, it looks like some sort of acting bug.
Oh, I guess you're right. He had this little skull.
He had the little skull doing some Hamlet.
Wow, dude. We were asking people to submit their guesses. We really razzed Aaron for he guessed the acting bug.
He guessed the acting bug.
You got it, Aaron. But I mean, what the hell? I apologize for my behavior, folks, but it's clear this thing was influencing my behavior in some capacity.
I know, right?
What is that thing? Do people know about that?
Let me play it again, Paige, and we'll see what you think. I think it might be an acting bug, but it might be something different. Let's see what you think.
This is one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Oh, and I hear a car door. We might have a guest.
Ah. So what do you think, Paige? Acting bug? No acting bug?
Confirmed acting bug, I think.
Yeah, it's got the little skull. It seems to be doing a certain famous monologue
what
from
the
a
hell
certain
else
famous
could that
play.
Be? Well, folks, chime in if you have any ideas, but I would have to say, yeah.
Chime into the
Based
chat.
off of my behavior change And based off of what I just saw, yeah, incredible advances in science happening here at DP Sundays.
Incredible advances in science happening here on DP Sundays at 6.
Oh, and we got the
we have a little holiday cheer coming in. Who's this special guest?
Oh, hell yes.
We have an open door This is where like Jingle Bells would be playing and there'd be panning to you like opening the door page. Oh, I hear voices at the door. Who could this be? We've got some guests coming through. Hey! There we go.
Just pop a squat. We'll get you a mic. We'll get you a...
Pop a squat. Get in here.
You can scoot it around here.
Yeah. We'll get you mic'd up.
Hell yeah. All right, mic. And then where's his headphones?
Headphones. Oh, I don't think I plugged in headphones.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm the interim producer.
Whoa, this is it. For a second, I thought I was a ghost.
Hey!
Well, you're very white.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, I mean, we teased the Hog Wild guest here, folks, and he's already delivering. He showed up with some Miller Lights.
You showed up with Miller Lights.
We crack him on the show,
it's
of
Christmas.
course.
Coming
He's a Hog Wild guest, folks.
Yes.
It's Josh Martier.
Josh
I think I'm saying
Martier.
that right.
Yeah.
Host of JJ's.
Yes, sir.
Host of 700.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any other mics? We like to do the plugs at the beginning
That's pretty much it.
to fool the audience.
JJ's on Mondays. Come over there, get your soul
On Mondays
sucked.
too, right?
Get your
JJ's on
soul
Mondays.
sucked at JJ's.
Yes.
You are
Get
not
your
wrong.
soul sucked to completion.
You want to talk about a Hog Wild vibe?
Yeah, that is. If you can get a laugh there, you can get a laugh anywhere.
That
you
is
know?
absolutely
It's
correct.
like
Anybody-
comedy's New York City.
Yeah, anybody that is new, I say just don't cry. Okay, try not to let them see you
Yeah.
cry.
Fair.
Yes.
And then come to JJ's on Thursday. That's what we do the showcase. So Ben and
Oh,
I
nice,
help
yeah.
host the showcase on Thursdays. That's pretty cool.
Speaking of cock and ball torture, go to JJ's.
We were talking about some cock and ball torture earlier.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. We decided to discuss the holidays early, to step on Santa's sack a little bit.
There you go.
know
Oh
what
my
I mean?
God, there was this one awesome picture of like this, like it was like a screenshot for some Japanese porn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was just a lady in like a high heel kicking Santa like right in the dick. It was, and like I think someone has Santa's like arms tied behind his back, and it just lady's fucking going at it. And I'm like,
Yo!
Dude, I mean, yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
even think about the porn aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
a
I think
lot
that
of
exists.
Christmas porn.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be surprised if it didn't exist.
nothing
Like,
gets
it
me in
definitely
the
exists.
spirit, you know, like a lady in high heels just fucking. Well, I'd like toe up into the sack gooch area.
Oh, absolutely.
Of Santa
I
Claus.
got a
so you
fun
watched the
holiday
whole
one.
thing, I'm guessing.
Oh, I only see the screenshot. I like to imagine. I like to
Okay,
picture it in my
okay.
head.
You like to do a
I
little
write my
story
own
building.
narrative.
I don't
yeah,
watch any
do.
porn after the climax. 30
Yeah.
seconds in.
Somebody who gets off on writing their own porn about Santa
Yeah.
getting CBT.
I like to storyboard it myself. You know, I have all sorts of cool pens and pencils. I was thinking that about AI art too. That's the thing I don't like about AI. I'm not doing a bit. I was literally
No,
just
let's
thinking
hear
about
it,
this on the
though.
way over. But like, it used to be if you wanted to see like Donkey Kong fucking Bowser, you had to develop the skills to create
Yeah.
that yourself. You know, now you can
Yeah.
just plug that in a computer. That's lame.
It used to be a craft.
Yeah, exactly. There used to be some real heart in the game.
Dude,
you
I
know?
just think about like with like photography, like people always talk about like magazines, and it's like, yeah, but if you were into like weird shit, you
Yeah.
used to have like a dark dark room.
Yeah,
you
like-
used to have, like develop that shit yourself. 'Cause you can't bring it to CVS
Yeah.
and be like, hey, can you?
You
guys...
think about like those serial killers with all like the nude pictures of their dead, and like that guy probably got really good at fucking balancing the chemicals and such. Like he actually developed a really unique skill set. He learned all about like aperture and speed and such. Low light photography shooting.
Dude, talking about holiday porn, I remember there was it. So it was brought to my attention because when we were in high school,
Okay.
there was
golden
a
years.
video circulating of a girl masturbating with an icicle.
Oh.
It was a girl at our school. I'm not saying any names or anything.
Oh my god.
But that was circulating around, and I remember being like, "That's weird. It'd be cold. It doesn't make sense to
Yeah.
me." But I remember searching it, and it's like, there's a lot of porn. There.
Yeah, that's like,
There's a lot of girls doing
You
it.
searched it and found out she's a hack. You're
Yeah,
like, oh
it's
wait
like,
a minute.
Jesus, come up with some
You're like, I was impressed for a second. I was
Yeah.
like, that's innovative.
It is innovative. Yeah. I don't know. Well, maybe there's not a lot, but there's more than one. Like
Yeah.
I searched it and it had options.
It just blows your 10th grade mind that this is what's happening. It's like, whoa, you can do that?
You thought that you thought of like the genius thing. You don't realize there's like 6-year-old perverts out there. They're like, this is actually all I can get off to. Like,
yeah, somebody was fucked up for life, and now they just get horny as hell around icicles whenever the season changes.
I remember watching porn as like a. Do you remember like going over your friend's house and like they found their dad's stash? And you're like real excited, and then you watch porn. Like I think the first time I watched porn, I didn't talk for 3 days because like a bald guy put his whole head inside of a girl's vagina, and like I wasn't ready for that.
What was your friend's dad into?
Yeah, like he just had it bookmarked on like the family computer, and so we were just like hitting the bookmarks, and they were clearly like very curated.
Yeah. No.
And I was like I remember just my mom picked me up, and she's like, "How was hanging out?" I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I couldn't talk. I just like this was.
That's insane.
That's why like you should say something to your kids because it's like you don't want them to think for 10 years it's putting your head in a vagina.
Let them have some magazines, you know. Like I remember my one friend's dad had a DVD and we got through it, and all of a sudden like there was a donkey fucking a lady, and you're like.
What?
This is like very like
what?
I was like this is like
ZooTube.
Yeah.
I'm like
analog.
I don't even know if he like was looking at it just as a bit, like maybe they or he's like, no, this is the only thing that gets me going.
Yeah.
But like
A
as an
fucking
8th
donkey
grader,
show.
you're like, this is.
You have so much dirt on your friend's parents.
Yeah,
that is like legit dirt.
Listen,
like,
if you guys subscribe to the Patreon for $5, I will name names. I will
some interspecies love.
Josh will dox people.
Yes, I'll give home
for
addresses.
$5 whole dollars, Josh will dox people live on DP.
I want to support the cast. You know, I want to be a good guest.
Whatever brings in viewers, dude.
Exactly.
Where do you think that donkey is now?
Probably dead.
Yeah.
You know,
Let me ask y'all this. Would y'all...
What do you think? The real question. Where do you think that lady is now?
Probably dead. Probably the same place the donkey is.
Buried behind the barn.
Oh man, they're.
Let me ask you this. Not necessarily a sexual component, but would you just attend a donkey show? I think I'd go.
Yeah, it depends how many beers I had in me.
Not sober.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't be sober, but you know, like, I mean, you know, if it's a boring night.
I'm pretty sure that was the premise for Clerks too, wasn't it? Or a subplot of it.
They did have a donkey show.
They did have a donkey show scene.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the sexy stud. And who did the sexy stud turn out to be? 3 guesses. It's a donkey show.
Oh, right.
It's not who you think it is. It was the donkey. Spoiler for Clerks 2. The sexy stud turns out to be the donkey.
Yeah, dude. I never found a parent's like porn, like a neighbor kid's parents like porn or whatever.
Yeah.
But I definitely have the memories of like E-fucked. Did you ever go on E-fucked with your friends? Dude, E-fucked is just like. It's like a gauntlet of just fucked up porn. It's like a website. We've talked about it on the show before, I think.
Hell.
But it's all like shit like that. Guys putting their heads in like pussies.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a weird like meme angle to it too. They'll just do shit like get like a really like uncomfortable like porn actress and like just put like and she's getting like fucked and like rolling her eyes.
It's just like a clown car pulls up and like 20 guys like.
Yeah. Evil, I kind of gauge how good I'm doing based off the last time I looked at Evil.
I might be depressed because it's my #1 most visited site this month.
I caught Dad watching porn one time.
Yeah, you told me that, right?
Oh, hell
Tell this story. Now, that sounds standard, but our dad is a Southern Baptist pastor.
Our dad is a pastor,
so
this
it is like
a little bit of dirt.
Got his ass.
Yeah,
we're all doxing here.
Yeah,
tis the season.
There was a period of time where we were living at home. I was in college trying to save money, and Paige was a stand-up comedian.
Just doing some open mics, brother. I'm 17 years old. I got life fucking figured out.
And I had a room on the ground floor that was next to the living room, and I had my own bathroom that was next to my room. So one night, it was kind of late, and I was staying up doing whatever I was doing, probably like throwing together some, I don't know, some kind of
Be honest, you were watching porn too.
I was also up watching porn, but because I was doing it, it was okay.
The internet connection was very slow.
I was watching the spicy video of some anime girls kicking Santa Claus in the sack. But yeah, I went to go to the bathroom, and it was one of those things where the bathroom had 2 doors on it because I could go to it from my room or you could go to it from like the hallway. Mm-hmm. And so like the door to the hall was open, and I didn't hear anything, but I saw the TV was on. And our parents had been going through a little thing where like Dad was sleeping on the couch like half of the nights out of the week.
Because that's where the TV was.
Because that's where the TV was.
That's where the TV was.
And so I walked into the bathroom, not really thinking anything of it. There was no sound on the TV, so I kind of like peeked into the hallway a little bit. Our hallway had like family pictures all the way down.
Dude, you saw porn reflected.
I did not.
In a fucking family picture.
I didn't have. Yeah. I saw the portrait of the brokenness of the American family right there. Just some fucking blonde bimbo getting fucking like railed or whatever in like the reflection of a family photograph.
One just mysteriously cracks as you're looking at it. Oh, that's a metaphor if I've ever seen one.
So then after that, I did what any sensible person would do. I closed the door very loudly, went to the bathroom, and then went back to my Santa hentai video.
It unfortunately sounds like it was very vanilla, just like some blonde bitch getting railed.
It was incredibly vanilla.
That's so lame,
it was
dude.
incredibly.
I wish you got him fucking watching the doggy show.
You're a grown man. I watched this shit when I was in 8th grade.
I watched that on my 3DS when I first discovered porn.
There was one where I remember I wasn't on this trip, but like my friends, they went to like the shore or something, and like my dad took they had 2 brothers, like my buddy, younger brother, and one of the neighborhood kids, and they were all staying like in a motel or something. And they kept flipping the channels, and there was one of the porn channels, and it was like a hardcore porn channel, and the dad kept accidentally like flipping back over it, and just like staying on it a little bit longer each time. So it was like a dad, like 2 13-year-olds and like a 10-year-old. And my friend said that like at one scene there was just a dildo on like a screwdriver, and someone was like and like when the dad saw that, he left it on for like 20 good seconds.
That is hardcore.
Yeah, just like watching it with like these kids, and they're like, you would at least be like, all right, here's some money for the vending machine or something.
Oh, I just
Dude,
can't
that's
find
so
AMC.
funny.
Yeah.
He's trying to microdose porn. Like it's just like if I get a second here, a second there.
People complain about kids like watching porn on their iPhones nowadays, but it's like, all right, but at least you get to like watch any type of porn. Like you can go in the deep end, you can go get your toes wet a little bit. You don't have to like, all right, I'm going to ignore the donkey fuck scene because I know that there's like a 3-way with 2 girls coming up, and we just get through the donkey fuck scene.
Yeah, because they used to make a 90-minute movie and be like, what are the 5 or 6 things people want to see?
And then once you start to get the DVD, and once you start to like figure it out a little bit, you're like, all right, I just can't get hard during donkey fuck. All right, if I wait, I'm getting hard because I know what's coming next. I'm all confused.
Do you think those studios, it was like there was like infighting between? It's like, no, we're not putting a donkey show at the end of like a 3-way with MILFs.
Yeah, they're storyboarding it. It just doesn't make sense. Mechanically.
It doesn't work with the theme of the video, guys. It doesn't work.
Just explain to me how you're gonna write a donkey into a space scene, okay? Like, where did the donkey fit on the spaceship? Right?
The tentacle hentai can stay, but you can't put the donkey show after the MILFs.
Everyone knows there are squids in space. That makes sense.
Yo, have either of you heard of the Super Mario Brothers porn with Ron Jeremy?
Oh, I don't know.
Was this before or after he got arrested?
They
let him out for one last run.
They were like, one last job, Ron.
There's only one man that could play Mario, and he's all strapped up and stuff. They're like, this is your last ride, kid.
Yeah, you watch it, and he's like, mushroom kingdom, here we come.
We need a short, plump Italian man with a 12-inch dick. Well, the only one we know of is in jail.
It's called Super Hornio Brothers. If you ever want to check it out. No lie, this thing is called Super Hornio Brothers.
Super Mario stepbrother.
Yeah, and there's like a guy doing like Bowser, but it's like the worst Bowser costume you've ever seen in your life. It's literally just like a guy, I think, with some horns and maybe some like green paint on his face.
That rules. That rules. I always wanted to fuck a green bitch because of Star Trek. In the Star Trek movie, they had like a green girl in like lingerie.
So
she was like,
you should just try to. You should go on a cruise and try to find a seasick bitch. Have you tried that?
Paige was lingering. Paige was microdosing.
For the rest of my life, I'm like, we gotta find other planets. We gotta find life on other planets.
Why don't you just go to an Eagles game?
I need a green bitch.
Just like lady just in full
with
green.
2 ladies.
Yeah.
Paige, is that why you were watching She-Hulk so much when it came out?
Yeah, I'd fuck She-Hulk.
Paige is looking for a giant woman, and I mean giant.
Don't make me horny. You wouldn't like me when I'm horny.
Sounds like Santa's trying to get his sack stepped
Random
on.
JKS is asking, have we ever seen the real life Pokemon porn?
Hey!
Wait,
I think so.
Pokemon are real.
Is that what
Is
it's called?
Is that just where somebody fucks a mouse and then fucks a turtle?
Throw us some scenarios, Random JKS.
Yeah.
This show is going to be 3 hours long. I could talk about porn for ever.
We've hit the sweet spot.
Hey!
It really is. I'm just like, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not in the zone right now.
Who fucks who? That's what we want to
Yeah,
know.
that's what
that's really what we're trying to get
Don't
at.
leave us hanging.
I'm trying to figure out. Like,
JKS.
are they ladies painted as Pikachu? Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
There
I
we
don't.
go.
I can't say I've seen the whole thing, but I've seen the crazy lady painted like Pikachu. Dude, it's a bitch painted yellow with like little ears. She's just yellow.
And she wears socks and like gets a lot of static electricity before she fucks. That's kind of her move.
That's right up there with
Just
the fucking
sting in the dick. Yeah, Pikachu. Is that? I don't watch much Pokemon. That's all I got.
I forget who was she fucking, because what was the porno? Because if it's Ash and his Pikachu,
Ash
it's
and
like,
Pikachu.
that's questionable.
Oh, it is.
Him being like, you're gonna fuck me, or you're going back in the Pokeball.
Yeah.
If I wanted Poke porn, I'd go to E621. Okay.
Yeah, he just brings Pikachu out of the Pokeball to fuck, and it's like a gimp.
Yeah, the Pokemon.
Yeah. A ball in the mouth. Yeah.
No, that's Benetti.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that reminds me of that one. It's like, I think it's from like the 90s or the 2000s, but it's this like sex. It's like this sex phone line that you could call. That's like.
Speaking of, you can call in 267.
Yeah, you can
So
call
one
in.
of these.
The number's on the screen. Call in, ask us some questions. Ask a question for our guest. What kind of porn he's into? I'm sure he'll answer.
Just tell us what porn you like. You know.
Drop.
Ash, Pikachu, and busted Misty. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Ash
Hey!
fucking Pikachu, I think, is rape.
Yeah, Ash.
I think it is.
That is not consensual.
It's questionable. It's worse than that thing where people put like peanut butter in their pussies and dogs eat it.
Yeah,
That's like,
yeah.
Because if he's fucking the Pikachu, that's just
Yeah. What you do is you command it to do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You trick him into it because he's a dumb fucking animal.
Pikachu, use blowjob.
Yeah, Pikachu, do that trick we've been practicing. No, Pikachu, not in front of the other ones. Do you want to get taken away from me?
It's a battle that goes bad really quickly.
Yeah. Well, they just like said on like I saw on Twitter that after like the show's been around for 30 years, he finally like won the Pokemon League. Now we know why it took 30 years.
Yeah.
He's just been fucking getting sucked off by all the Pokemon.
The very best, like
There's
no one ever was.
Yeah, there's those full seasons where Pikachu's in therapy. Or like he's like super vicious. He's like killing other Pokemon.
Yeah.
And like, whoa, we just wanted you to fight on him. And he just like
Pikachu, why are you so aggressive all of a sudden?
Also, why do you
Probably.
cry every night? My bad.
No, if anyone was a freaky motherfucker, it was Brock.
Yeah,
You
I can see
remember
Brock.
Brock?
getting
Brock
interested
is so fucking horny in that show.
I was gonna say Brock was very horny.
Yeah, every lady
Yeah.
that moves.
I mean, I'll tell you who fucks is the Squirtle Squad.
Yo, you know the
They're
Squirtle.
just going around town crushing.
Dude, you know the Squirtle Squad is having an orgy every night.
They even named themselves such a risque name.
The
We're definitely the
Squirtle
Squirtle Squad. We need people to know we fuck.
Dude, would you fuck the Squirtle Squad? Because you know the Squirtle Squad would be down.
I would be down to fuck a Pokemon in a scenario where they're approaching me. They want to fuck. It can't be my Pokemon. That's fucking.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
You know what I mean?
hypothetical.
That dynamic is no good.
Well, I would definitely fuck someone else's Pokemon because I wouldn't
Sure.
want to have to hang out with it all the time. It'd be awkward. You come home and you're like, yeah.
That's the worst. You get your dick sucked in the tall grass, and,
Yeah.
and then it won't stop following you around. I don't want a Rattata. Leave me alone.
Now let's say if you were a Pokemon, let's say if you were a Pokemon, which Pokemon would you fuck?
If I were a Pokemon.
Yeah, which Pokemon would you be, and which Pokemon would you fuck?
Wait, do they all fuck just any of them?
Let's say
You know what I mean?
let's say it's Rule 34
I figured
rules.
a Taurus would fuck a Taurus.
let's say that.
You're saying
No, because like different dogs fuck different dogs.
Yeah.
You know, there's always
That's
like
true.
that like thing where like a German Shepherd's fucking a Chihuahua. You're like, how does that work?
That's true.
Or
And there's
something.
always new Pokemon,
Yeah.
so this must be where they
Yeah.
come from.
Let's say it's like a Shape of Water situation.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do personally. If I was a Pokemon, I would try to fuck one of the Team Rocket lady.
Oh,
Yeah, I would want to be
yeah.
like the 8th grade kid that fucks the teacher and every other because all the Pokemon are fucking.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah,
that's just
100%.
Where do you think
That's
eggs
just what,
come
yeah, that's
from?
just
You
what
think
they're
it's-
doing. They're like,
even the ghost types.
I would try to be above it. You know, I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck like the hot evil lady.
Yeah.
You know?
I do like that. Like,
Because you know she does illegal stuff.
Right.
Like she's into illegal stuff. She's down. She doesn't care about the rules.
Right,
dude, just
yeah,
be a
right.
lickitung and just get in
Oh
there.
my god, yeah, I'd be like, well, I mean, yeah, just the perviest fucking Pokemon.
I think I'd probably
Yeah,
try
lickitung
to-
is the perviest Pokemon.
Yeah,
You said even the ghost types.
even the ghost types.
get
Yeah.
sucked off by a
Dude,
spirit.
you've seen a
Oh.
Gengar. You've seen Gengar's eyes. He has lust in his eyes. He's got a mouth that can just swallow you up. You know Gengar has vored someone voluntarily. He's just eaten up a Rattata, and that Rattata is just coming inside of that Gengar's stomach.
That's right.
I haven't thought about it much, but I do agree.
And
Makes
with-
sense to me.
Shout out in the chat.
Yeah.
Shout out in the chat. Which Pokemon you would fuck?
If I were a Pokemon, I
you-
would. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, don't say Vaporeon because that one's easy.
This person says I would fuck Professor Oak.
Professor
Oh!
Professor Okay, I see where you're going.
Oh hell yes.
Okay, doke.
Somebody's into older men.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, I could talk about porn forever, but we do try to keep it at like an hour. So I think
Yeah.
here's the thing. I think we're just ready to move on to our penultimate question.
No more edging. Let's get to the climax.
Let's
That's
do it.
right.
Let's
No
do it.
fucking edging.
We're
yeah.
I'm warmed up.
No blue balls for the squealers.
Uh-uh.
We got Josh Martier here, hilarious comedian.
Thank
Check him out,
you.
folks. Go to JJ's. Go to 700. Josh, can you think of a time that you went hog wild,
Time that I have went hog wild.
or a hog wild story?
I have a couple. Do you want me to do like one, two, a couple? Like
A couple's great.
You know what? Yeah.
Whatever feels right.
You know, I'll talk a little bit about some time living in Cleveland.
Okay.
You know, yeah,
Oh.
I did some time in Cleveland. I went there for school.
Nice.
So like I'm originally from this area, like
Okay.
Philadelphia area.
Okay.
So growing up in the Northeast, I just assumed every major city was like Boston or New York or Philadelphia. So
Sure. Yeah.
when I was 17 and just applying for college, I was like, oh, Cleveland's like Chicago. I assume it's not. It's it's more of a large town. It's there's not a lot to do in Cleveland, but so we were living out in like East Cleveland like my freshman year. I still didn't know much about it, but we were living like I went to the school that was like in the city.
Okay.
So and like we lived in a not very good part of the city.
Sure.
Okay.
And then if you left campus and went further out, it just got worse and worse.
Dude, that's what's weird is like that's like what this area is
Yeah.
like. Like there's
There's like a little
Temple's
bubble
right there,
Yeah.
and then you walk like a couple blocks and it's like, oh, Jesus
Yeah,
It's
Christ.
like
it gets-
shots on Maine.
It gets
Yeah.
real bad. So like but to get to Taco Bell,
Okay.
we loved smoking weed and we loved Taco Bell.
Okay.
course.
Match made in
Pretty
heaven.
standard.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
But to get there,
PB&J.
you'd have to catch a bus to go east
Okay.
into just worse territory for like 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
And people called it Ghetto Bell because it was not in a good area, and they had police stationed 24/7 inside the Taco Bell.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yo.
So one morning it was like our freshman year. Me and like 4 other friends got really stoned and decided to go to Taco Bell
Hell yes.
for breakfast.
Okay.
Very excited. And this is like a big deal when you go to Taco Bell. You're all in. You're like, because it's like 20 minutes.
I
And
mean,
you're
at
also a
this time,
broke
the-
kid. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
breakfast is new.
The
you know what I
breakfast is
mean? It's
brand
like-
new. This is
Yeah.
huge. This is like this is a big fucking thing. So we take the bus. We get there. It's rainy. It's shitty. We walk in. Nobody's in the Taco Bell. Completely empty. And this never happens.
That's
and,
eerie. Yeah.
and you know when you walk into a Taco Bell, and so there's the door, and then there's like a second door that gets you into the restaurant, and then there's a hallway, and then at the end of the
Yeah.
hallway is the bathrooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we get into the hallway, notice that there's nobody in the restaurant. Like, this is weird. I wonder if they're open. We look to the right down the hallway, and the door's open, and I've never seen so much blood.
Oh my god.
It looks like somebody dropped a can of red paint from like 5 stories up, and it hit the ground and just exploded.
Oh
What
my
the
god.
All over the
Fuck.
walls, everything. And there's like someone like kind of slumped in the corner, And the one cop that is like working in the Taco Bell is there, and he sees us looking, and he closes the door.
Oh my god!
And we are so stoned, by the way.
Yeah, you're also high out of your mind.
We just keep on walking into the Taco Bell. So now there's like 4 of us, and there's everyone's shaking. Like there's the staff behind the counter clearly don't want to be there.
Yeah,
they're all like shaking, and we're like putting in our orders, and the guy's looking at us. He's
We're
like,
here for
"For
breakfast."
here to go." When we're like, "Well, the next bus is for 15 minutes, so for here." And the guy looked at us. He's like, "Why are you here?" Like, he asked us, he's like, "Why? Like, what are you doing?" We're like, "The bus doesn't come." Like, what do you mean? Like, we're not gonna.
Breakfast?
We're here. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're thinking
This
outside the
way.
bun, brother.
Yeah. And so we go. We get our food, and 4 out of 5 of us are completely fine eating it. One kid isn't eating his food. And it's not because
Out
of
of
all
respect.
the blood. No. It's because he's slightly autistic, and he's like, the steak burrito doesn't look like it looked in the picture, so I can't eat it. And we're like, dude, calm down. Just eat it. Like, and so now so we're sitting there. We're in like a booth. We're eating. The regular police have showed up at this point.
Mhm.
So now the regular police are like, there's like 4 or 5 of them in the hallway, and they keep like walking out, coming, looking at us through the glass, turning around, conferencing this. At one point, they're dragging something. So they're dragging like the guy out of the thing. Ambulance comes up. They get him into an ambulance, and then the regular police come, and they're like, don't know if they need to take our statements or not. We're like, we get out of here. Then they leave.
We just want a breakfast.
Yeah,
We're
and
trying
then
to
like,
live Moss.
so now it's like 15 minutes, and the bus is about to come. So we all wrapped up. We're ready to go. One guy, the burrito guy, he's disappointed because he got nothing out of the trip besides a little
Dude,
bit
getting
of
stabbed and then in
Yeah.
a body bag being taken out.
is
It's kind of like a little burrito.
yeah, it's kind of yeah. That's some call that the 4th meal.
Never frozen.
Yo,
As
live
fresh
Moss.
as it gets.
But then when we're walking out, we take one final peek down the thing, and there are just guys dumping bleach all over and mopping what's now like this like clear pinkish stuff
Oh
into the
my
drain. That's
God.
what the drains are
Holy
for in the center of
shit.
those bathrooms.
It wasn't the Taco Bell employees, right?
It was the ones. The
It was?
Yeah, they were the
What?
No,
moppers.
they
Swear
made
to
him
God.
clean up
Oh
the
my
blood.
The
God.
cops said that
Oh
they were
my
mopping
God.
with the Taco Bell mops. With the Taco Bell mops, yeah. And also the employees, I think, looked at us with a little bit of respect. They're like,
I mean-
yeah, you guys are hardcore.
That's insane.
I'm like, you know what's hardcore? You guys' new breakfast options. I love
You delivered.
Yeah,
This shit is
yes.
delicious.
No, it was absolutely. That was wild, and that was only my freshman year in Cleveland. Like, some of the things that I saw in Cleveland were just wild.
I mean, that is
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Like,
That's
you
insane.
understood the assignment. That is
Yeah.
that is a hog wild story.
that was a pretty decent one.
That is wild.
I saw Bigfoot once.
Oh shit.
when I was
Ooh,
living in
okay.
Cleveland. Have you guys
Alright.
ever seen? Have you ever like? Do you guys believe in Bigfoot and such?
I want to.
Yeah.
What I'll say
You're
is
a
I want
Bigfoot
to.
agnostic.
Yeah.
I just it doesn't seem like there's any real evidence, and it seems like cameras have been around so long there would be.
Well, what's the Hedberg joke where he's like, "What if he's just blurry?"
Yeah, true.
What if that's
yeah.
one of Bigfoot's things? But no, I saw Bigfoot.
I
in
mean, you
Cleveland.
saw him. I
You saw
love
Bigfoot
it.
in
I love. I
Cleveland?
can talk
Hell yeah.
cryptid
Yeah.
monsters all day.
Well, you
I'd
guys
love
know
to hear
about Cleveland, you know, ton of woods there.
Lot of
In
woods.
the city.
It's Bigfoot City.
Yeah, Bigfoot Central. But when we were,
What else is going on in Cleveland? Go look for Bigfoot.
yeah, LeBron was there briefly, but like,
Yeah,
that
was-
ruled.
Get your
They
Taco
got
Bell
so
breakfast.
mad when he
Yeah,
left.
they
It's like,
were. They
dude,
were.
I would also go to Miami. Go fuck yourself.
I spent 4 weeks in Cleveland. Miami's the shit. All right?
Yeah.
You could. I would pay to be there. Miami's incredible. But no, my buddies were living like. So we would stay every summer instead of like going home. Like you could just get like real cheap housing all over the place. I got this job where I was working maintenance in an apartment building, so they gave us like a free apartment.
Oh
And
shit.
you just like so you made $9.50 an hour, and then you didn't have to pay rent for 3 months.
You
It
ever
was
have to
dope.
use any bleach?
I cleaned up all sorts of weird shit in apartments. Oh my god, people would like. We once found a dick pump in a freezer. Yeah. One dude
Ew.
just like tagged his entire room with dicks before he left.
Yo.
Yeah. One guy like took a bunch of frozen food out and left it, and there were just maggots all over
Oh,
when we came in. That was
God.
gross. Yeah.
Fuck that.
All sorts of crazy shit. Oh, I once found like a shit ton of pills in this one drawer of an apartment. That was cool.
Were they good
Well,
pills?
dude, the thing about
They
shit
were-
like that.
Insults. So I think like
Oh.
generic Adderall. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I found a concerto on the ground once. Other people would find cool things like iPads and such. I was like, pills. Not that I would take them. I would responsibly
sell them to other people.
Yeah.
Responsibly party for 40 hours straight.
Responsibly dispose of them via Venmo.
Yeah. I would use them to make my job be better at my job.
Yeah.
I'd be fixing microwaves and dishwashers at the same time.
Yeah, they don't care about performance enhancing drugs and customer service.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
like, oh, you're on math.
When you're
great.
working maintenance, they're like, yeah, we prefer that. You paint 2 times the amount of walls.
Yeah. You work in a factory.
Yeah.
Good. Like, we schedule you for 80 hours.
But my buddy, he was like, what he was doing was living in this like fraternity house, like renting a room from them, not associated with the frat at all,
Sure,
or anything. And they got mad at us like first week for like smoking weed inside, like the place. They're like, yeah, you
at
can't.
a frat house.
Yeah, they're like, you can't do that. We're like, what?
What?
We're like, yeah. So there was like these woods outside the frat house, and it was up like a really steep hill. So we found there somebody had like years ago tied a rope against like a tree up top. So we'd climb like halfway up, and then there was like these big like concrete ledges, like a drainage sort of thing.
Okay.
So we would just hang out on these ledges, and we'd buy ounces of mids for like $100, like $90, $100.
Sure.
And then the guy that we're buying off of would feel so bad for us, he would throw in an eighth of Headies on top of it. And then we would just chain smoke blunts all summer. Because, like, we were making money.
Sure. Yeah.
Working the job. We didn't have to pay for housing. Like, they had to pay for housing. And then...
And, like, getting high at work, you kind of want mids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You kind of want to be, like, a
just
little
smoke
high.
blunts all day.
Yeah.
And we didn't have that much. And then also, one thing we found out was, like, a lot of those kids there, like, weren't taking their Adderall prescriptions for the summer, so there was a ton of Adderall,
that rules,
a ton of mids. Like we had a good mid hookup, and all my buddies sold weed, so like they had a bunch of weed. Like
you're just like slop mining. You're just like looking through.
So we would just stay
There's
up.
sticks on the wall.
Yeah, we would like literally on weekends would stay up every day until 7 a.m. till the sun came up, just chain smoking blunts, drink whatever beers we could steal. Way. But
yeah. If you got a problem with it,
call
in 267-428-7103.
It's my mother. So this is the podcast.
Maybe you shouldn't say this on YouTube, Josh. I don't.
But I remember like we went to a concert. So that was like kind of our thing. That's what we would do. We'd hang out at like this like concrete thing because it was beautiful in the summertime. Smoke, get high, and just literally not sleep.
Easy
all the
living.
time.
Yeah.
And then there was also the year that my one buddy, because we were 19, my one buddy found out he got into doing blow, and so he always had that on him as well.
Nice.
We went to this concert one night, and we went to see Odd Future.
Okay.
Odd Future was playing,
Hell yeah.
and this was like 2012, 2013. So they were like, so all you have to do is take a bus downtown to Cleveland. We were getting fucked up. Adderall. We were taking, but to bounce out the Adderall, my one friend's girlfriend was prescribed Xanax, so bounces that out.
Yep.
And then you just smoking weed, and that's like the perfect party thing. You're like, having a blast. We're doing that. We're having a good time. Everyone, we get back to my friend's place. We go up to the woods. We're all hanging out in the woods. It's like 2, 3 in the morning. People start folding off. Eventually, it's just me and my one buddy, and we're passing a cell phone back and forth in the woods. It's getting later, 4, 5 o'clock. Smoking blunts, having a good time, and then all of a sudden we're in the woods, and I see something out of the corner of my eye.
Oh shit! I forgot. Yeah. I forgot that this was seeing Bigfoot.
And I see something out of the corner of my eye, and I lock up. I get like real like fight or flight. This is natural.
Okay.
And then I'm like staring, and my buddy like sees me. He's like, "What are you staring at?" I'm like, "Shh." But I think I see something over there. And he's like, "Dude, what?" No. He's like, I'm like, "No. I think I see something." And he looks over, and he's like, "Are you talking about the person?" And I was like, "That's no person."
Oh my God!
That's
too big
the
to be a
tallest
person.
man I've ever seen. And he's looking at it, and I'm looking at it, and we're both locked in. Mind you, we're up like middle of this really steep hill where we have to use a rope to like climb up. So we're there, we're kind of like trapped. And then all of a sudden, the figure starts moving towards us.
Whoa.
And it's moving through the woods without issue. It's clearly been in the woods. It knows its way around. And it starts moving towards us. And then my buddy and I, at the same time, without saying anything, jump up, and we sprint down like a 45-degree hill, jumping through trees, rocks, like deer,
Right.
like fucking mountain goats. We get down to the bottom, and I'm like having that like kind of adrenaline thing where I can't control myself, so I'm like cracking up laughing. Like I can't believe that just happened.
Hell
My
yeah.
friend pukes on his shoes. He just like, he's looking at me. He's puking. I'm laughing. He's puking. He's like, oh my God. We go up to his room. We hide in his room. We have one last Xanax. We split it in half. And we're just sitting there trying to calm down. Both of us like freaking out. At this point, it's like 5 a.m. We get into his car and we just drive to downtown Cleveland and we're just chain smoking cigs like until the sun comes up and we feel safe to go home. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. At one point we were driving and we're at downtown Cleveland. There's like public square. I just remember this so vividly. My friend opens up his door, pukes, closes the door, and then we keep on driving. We're like, what is weird? We didn't even talk. We just drove without talking. I was like, and I've believed in Bigfoot ever since. Like I was always agnostic about it. I kind of liked to believe, but when you see the man in person,
you know what?
Vision.
Yeah.
A visitation.
I'm kind of agnostic, but now I'm like, Bigfoot's real and he lives in Cleveland, dog.
I'm converted.
That was incredible.
It was nuts.
I'm converted.
Yeah, and we we never went back looking for prints and anything because it's like when you see, you know. When you know, you know.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Bigfoot's in
That's wild as
Cleveland.
shit.
Check it out.
Check it out. That's my thing. A lot of people say Pacific Northwest. They're wrong.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Cleveland.
No. Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio.
The last place you would look.
if you're looking to get down and dirty with some Bigfoots, go to Cleveland, Ohio, and you can worship those massive piggies.
Well, that's Josh. Thank you for the Hog Wild stories. I appreciate you.
No.
Got some
rare.
paranormal activity in the mics here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. The DP curse is back.
Dude, honestly, it's because the government's listening in. They're like, no. He can't reveal Bigfoot in Cleveland. It's going to be Area 52.
Cleveland, Ohio is Area 52.
Before they shut us down, we're at an hour here, so let's get some plugs in and get the hell out of here.
Hell yeah.
We'll start with you. You're the guest. Anything to plug?
Anything to plug?
Anything to throw out there?
Yeah, I would say just check out JJ's. There's an open mic on Mondays, right after Punchline, right before John. Check that out. Wednesdays, 700 Clubs Back. My boys Josh Kleckner, Alvin Chema. They host that. I'll step in and guest host every now and then. And then Thursdays, Ben Staub and I help out with the Lovable Monsters. So Peggy and Ryan run a great show out of JJ's. Ben and I have been hosting the showcase recently, so check us out. Yeah, and I'll be on the Friendly Lounge show January 6th.
Oh, nice.
So that's a sick lineup. Come out for that. That's a Friday. I think tickets are only like $10. Great room. Jake and Sean, great guys. So
friendly rules.
Friendly shit.
Yeah,
you got anything to plug, D?
Yep. Lisa is taking a little bit of break for December, but we'll be back in January. We're playing 2 shows. We're going to be playing at Swarthmore College, and we're going to be playing at the Broadway in New York City. Dates will be announced closer to the time, but check us out on Instagram at Lisa the Band. Also, you can check out my music. I'm going to be releasing Pennsylvanian Hunger, the full album, at the end of the year. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go to my Bandcamp. It's d-w.bandcamp.com. And you can pre-order it to check it out. Should be goofy, a lot of like industrial metal tracks on it. And celebrating a little thing we had on DP with my time as...
Your transformation.
My transformation, and I don't mean the obvious one. But yeah, that's all I got. What you got, Paige?
That's right. I'm Uncle Paige on everything. Check me out. I got shows popping up here and there. Other than that, thanks for checking out the show. Josh, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you,
Very
guys.
Hog Wild.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. Thanks for being on, dude.
And until next week, stay fucking Hog Wild.
Stay fucking Hog Wild.
Stay Hog Wild.
All right, I got to turn
That's
this
basically
thing
it,
off.
but you got to cut it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Paget's usually our producer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam did such a funny